we really need to be wearing sunscreen? In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the drawdowns of wearing sunscreen and my personal experience with sunscreen and not wearing sunscreen. So first off, most people don't realize that there are actually drawbacks to wearing sunscreen every time you go out into the sun. The first one is the fact that you're absorbing chemicals when you're putting sunscreen on your skin. So the common chemicals that are in your sunscreen that could be a drawback are avobenzone, oxybenzone, and octinoxate. And these are just a few of the ones that can potentially be a drawback, and there's a few more listed up here. Another thing we also know about sunscreen is that it can potentially cause environmental damage. A lot of this has to do with the fact that there actually are these chemicals in your sunscreen. And then when you go into the water, it can disrupt the nature there and the ecosystem, to the point where I've even seen people posting about in foreign countries, so not in the US, that if you go into the water wearing sunscreen, you're actually not allowed to do that. So if a foreign country is telling you you can't go in the water wearing sunscreen because it might be harming the animals, then there's got to be something there. We also know that wearing sunscreen can reduce your vitamin D production. Sunscreen can also potentially give you skin irritation. And so personally, I don't wear sunscreen anymore unless I'm outside for several hours in a very sunny place and I feel like I'm getting burnt. That might be the only time I actually put sunscreen on. So if I'm actually going to be protecting my skin with anything, if I feel like I'm getting burnt in the sun, I use sun tallow, which is basically beef tallow and a few other organic ingredients. And this also actually protects you from the sun. So I personally love the sun tallow that I have, and so maybe you might want to try that out instead of going with the normal sunscreen that you would buy generally at some store. And so this is just my personal experience with sunscreen. Yeah, so if you have any comments or thoughts about what I'm saying here, let me know in the comments.